Hi, I'm Tim, cartoon character and sports arbitrage trader. Want to know the 7 biggest mistakes novice traders make? Stick with me for the next few minutes and I'll show you what they are and how to avoid them. 1. By far the most damaging error you can make as a novice is to start trading with large stakes before you've built up any experience. The temptation is obvious. Larger stakes mean higher profits and, well, what could go wrong? It's only placing a few bets after all. Actually, there are quite a few things that can go wrong when you're nervous, excited and need to navigate to 2 or 3 strange websites simultaneously, looking for bets on players or teams in a sport you're not familiar with, lining them up together and making sure you've got every single detail absolutely right so you can go ahead and bet several £100s at the press of a button. All before the prices change. An error at that stage might cost you 1 or more of your stakes. That'll hurt financially and emotionally. It may end up damaging your confidence so much that your trading career stops before it starts. My advice? Stake no more than £1 on each of your first 100 trades. You'll gain a tremendous amount of real-time trading experience over the course of 100 trades, and all without risking any serious damage. 2. The next most common newbie error is to bet on a bookie's pricing error without knowing it. All bookmakers have in their terms and conditions a rule which gives them the right to cancel a price if it is an obvious error. You may see it referred to as the palpable error rule. It's in place to protect them from situations where a member of their staff has mistyped a price into their system. For example, 2 to 1 instead of 1 to 2. In such a case, if you place a bet at the incorrect price, when the bookie notices, he will give you the option either to keep the wager, but at the correct price, or cancel it entirely. If you choose the former, you'll be left with a loss. If you choose the latter, then you'll be left with an exposed bet, which you may or may not be able to cover elsewhere at a better price. With experience, you'll learn to spot when a price is an obvious error, and you'll avoid betting it. However, if you use the advanced software in the sports arbitrage world Trader Zone, you'll find that it helpfully recognizes suspicious prices for you automatically. 3. Novice traders often lose money by falling foul of differences in the rules enforced by bookies in certain sports. The main ones to look out for are the retirement rules in tennis, picture change rules in American baseball, and overtime rules in ice hockey. I'll talk in a future video about the profitable trading opportunities that these rules differences can present. For now, just be aware that it is a simple arbitrage trade. If the rules differ, then a risk exists. Fortunately, the sports arbitrage software at the top end of the market has the ability to filter out these riskier trades for you automatically. 4. Missing your prices. Sports arbitrage trades don't last for very long. Bookies change their prices in response to the bets they take, and these days most ARBs are wiped out within minutes. This means that you need to act quickly and efficiently when placing your bets. If you've taken the time to practice your first 100 bets, as I've previously suggested, then the chances are that along the way your trading processes have been honed to a fine art. If not, then you're likely to find yourself chasing prices to cover your unhedged bets. Once your software has delivered an ARB you want to trade, your basic process should be to open both bookmaker sites, locate the bets, and enter the pre-calculated stake amounts simultaneously. Obviously, this assumes that you already have balances in both accounts, and you know how much they hold, so you've got to be on the ball. As a guideline, you should be able to execute a two-way trade within about 45 seconds. 5. Being wrong-footed by stake limits. There are limits to the amount you can bet with bookies on individual events. With experience, you'll soon learn where those limits lie for you. But if you jump in head first, you're bound to end up in a situation where you've already placed a bet with one bookmaker and you're unable to bet enough to cover the other side fully. If you're using decent software, you'll usually be able to get the rest of your bet at a similar or slightly lower price, which means that this type of error won't always cost you money, but it will waste your time and probably stress you out. 6. Currency errors. If you've got accounts denominated in different currencies, you can still trade between them, but you have an extra calculation to keep in mind when doing so. Forgetting this will result in a loss every time. And finally, number 7. An error you can make any time you stop paying attention, no matter how experienced you are. Placing the same bet twice. Yep, after making sure you've done everything else correctly, the final step is to place the bets and commit your funds. If at that stage you don't concentrate on what you're doing, you may find yourself placing exactly the same bet at both bookmakers. This will cost you both time and money as you scramble to hedge both bets. So those are the risks you face as a sports arbitrage trader. As you can probably see, they can all be easily avoided by sticking to 3 basic rules. 1. Don't try to run before you can walk. 2. Be organized in your approach. And 3. Always pay attention to what you're doing. If you do this, then you can look forward to making an extraordinary new tax-free income on your own terms, choosing exactly how much you want to make and working at it only when you actually want to.